This video shows you how to solve and create fraction word problems. This is using the same ideas that we talked about last time with solving word problems. First problem. A baseball team played 32 games and lost 8 of them. Gavin was the catcher in 5/8 of the games won and 1/4 of the games that were lost. What fraction of the games did the team win? In how many games was Gavin catcher? The first part of the first question is fairly straightforward. What fraction of the games did the team win? Well, we know that they lost 8 of the games out of 32, which means that for the number of games won, we can do 32 minus 8, which means that there are 24 games that they won out of 32 games. And then we can simplify that if you'd like. And what's the number that goes into both of those? Let's try 8. So 24 over 32 divided by 8 over 8 is the same as 3/4. So we can say that Gavin's team won 3/4 of the game. Now, in how many games was Gavin catcher? We know that he was catcher in 5/8 of the games that were won, and paying attention to that the games were won is important, and 1/4 of the games that were lost. So, to write down what we already have, 5/8 of the games won, there are 24 games that were won. So I'm looking for 5/8 of 24, and 1/4 of the games that were lost. And we know that they lost 8 games. So I'm looking for 1/4 of 8. And then we can solve it. When we solve this, we remember that 5/8 of 24 is the same as 5/8 times 24. And when we do that, we find that there are 15 games that Gavin was catcher that they won. 1/4 of 8 games that they lost is the same as 1/4 times 8, which gives us 2 games that Gavin was catcher and they lost. And if we add it together, we see that Gavin was catcher for 17 games. In the green team garden, 1/8 of the flowers are red, 1/4 are purple, and 1/5 of the remaining flowers are pink. If there are 128 flowers, how many are pink? Now remember, looking at the problem, it says how many of the remaining flowers, which means that we do need to find out how many are red and how many are purple. Now, we don't necessarily need to know individually how many are red and how many are purple. So what I would do is I would say 1/8 are red and 1/4 are purple, so that I can say that 1/8 plus 2/8, remembering that 1/4 is the same as 2/8, 3/8 of the flowers are red or purple, which then we can say that 3/8 of 128 flowers are red or purple. So we can solve that. And when we do, we see that 3/8 of 128 is 48 flowers. So if I have 128 and I take away 48, I see that there are 80 flowers remaining. Now I have another step I need to do. It is 1/5 of the remaining flowers, which is 1/5 of 80, which I can solve again. So when I solve this 1/5 of 80, I can cross simplify. 5 goes into 80 16 times, 5 goes into 5 once. So I have 16 pink flowers. Let's try one last problem. Ravi and Devon plan to get their homework finished within 1 hour. Ravi completes his math in 3/5 of an hour. Devon completes it with 5/6 of an hour remaining. Who completed his math faster, and by how many minutes? The first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to write down that 1 hour is 60 minutes, and I'm going to convert it into minutes from the beginning so that I have less work I need to do later. Then I write down what I already know. Ravi finishes in 3/5 of 60 minutes, and Devon finishes in 1/6 of 60 minutes. And I know that it's 1/6 instead of 5/6 because it says how many remaining instead of how long it took. And then what I need to do is I need to solve these problems. So now when I solve them, I can cross-simplify again. 3 times 12 is 36, so I have 36 minutes for Ravi. 1/6 of 60, I can cross-simplify if I don't know 1/6 of 60 in my head, and see that there are 10 minutes. So Devon finished in 10 minutes, and Ravi finished in 36 minutes. And again, it's important to pay attention to the problem. It says by how many minutes? So then what I need to do is subtract. 36 minus 10 is 26 minutes. So Devon was 26 minutes faster than Ravi. Again, we're breaking the problem down, looking at it step by step, and remembering each part of the problem.